All right. This is a simple program meant to simulate dice rolling. It has a bit of an advantage considering the number of dice and number of sides are effectively infinite, as well as instantaneous rolling. This is really useful for tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons, virtual gambling involving dice like craps, or even simple board games. So to walk through the program, it first prints out the two prompts for the number of dice and the number of sides, and gets input for those two variables. It then moves those variables into the A1 and A0 registers to get ready to call the function, save data into the stack, and then call the function. The function moves it back into the T registers for use during the function, as well as initializes the T2 register to 0 in order to store the total sum of all the dice rolls. We set an upper bound, generate a random number, set the lower bound simply by adding 1, add the random number to the total, and print it out for the user. Decrement the number of rolls stored in T0, and then, depending on the number of rolls, either return, which is to say, print out the equals sign, store the total into V0, and jump back to the pointer. Otherwise, print out a plus sign and jump back to the beginning of the while loop. Once all the random numbers have been generated, it will print out the total after the equals sign that was printed here. Printing out the total and then prompting the user to input a value on whether or not to continue. Depending on that value, it will either jump to the exit tag, which properly turns off the program, or jumps back to the beginning of this main loop. So for example, if we were to simulate rolling 6 six-sided dice, we have 1, 4, 4, 3, 5, 4 for a total of 21. If we want to roll another set of dice, say we only want to roll one 20-sided die, we get a 14. And we simply select 0 to end the program. Of course, due to this being computer programmed, the outputs are actually pseudo-random rather than truly random. It also isn't particularly good looking in terms of user interface. In the future, I'd like to possibly implement a more visually appealing interface, perhaps showing a die face in ASCII. However, we have a fully functional program right here.